Hi, my name's Susan Simon and I'm one of the creators of the Spot Mat. The Spot Mat here is a tool for fitness and health professionals when working with their clients, their patients, their players to help reinforce safe, effective movement. The mat itself is measured 3 feet by 5 feet, and the framework of lines, concentric circles, ovals, quadrants, and colors enable you to reference different points with different types of exercises you use in your day-to-day training. In this video, I will be going through various exercises myself, reinforcing how to utilize the mat itself when cueing exercises so you can learn how to adapt it to the different types of exercises or movements you use in your own profession. So this exercise is called 1-3-5s. It's utilized in a lot of physical therapy rehabilitation, but it's also a good exercise for hip strength and utilizing a Versaloop or a different kind of large band. Basically, I'm starting here with my feet on the middle white line behind me. My heels are lined up. Based on my proportions, my feet are framing the central red circle. Outer foot is towards the edge of the purple. Now, if you have a client or a patient, someone that's a little bit taller, they might be out further into the dark blue, but utilizing that back line where my heels are lined up. Now, for this idea, the 1-3-5s, essentially it's a clock. It's 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And you already have, based on the circle around, point that each of these members, each of these patients are able to reach for. So I'm going to slightly bend my knees, keeping this left foot where it is, stabilizing. Basically, I'm working this hip most out of this movement. Now with my right foot, keeping the weight on my left side, and with my right foot, I'm going to touch towards where the dark green meets the white line, this white line. I'm going to come back to center, like tap, and then go out to the dark green, completely adjacent to my left foot, and then back to center. And then back, same part, white line, dark green, and back to center. I'm going to go one more time around to show you here. Dark green, center, dark green, center, dark green, center. Now if someone is progressing, that's another great tool about the Spot Mat. You can note progress for someone. Now I'm going to reach a little bit farther for the light green. So light green, light green, light green. So you can see progress of how much more flexibility, range of motion, strength that I'm gaining as your patient. This exercise is showing T-spine mobility. I'm going to be in a quadruped position. Knees are towards the back row of quadrants here, lining up with the light green, aiming for these two short white lines. The hands are coming forward, framing right below my shoulders. As the fitness and health professional, you will have a great angle to see based on all the colors, based on the outline of the person's body, being able to tell whether or not their hands are right below their shoulders. So some people might be out to purple, dark blue, wherever their shoulders align with. While I'm here, I'm keeping my left hand right where it is. I'm turning my palm open on my right side, reaching through, threading through that arm. Here, based on my range of motion, I'm reaching a little bit past the edge of the yellow into the orange, coming back, and then opening up on that side. Now we'll continue on, reaching for the yellow, trying to reach in towards that orange, and coming back here. Now for more progress, someone might be able to reach further into the orange. Someone may only be able to reach to the light green, depending on their flexibility, their range of motion. But that's something that the Spot Mat will be able to show you how you can record and note progress with your patient or your client. As a personal trainer myself, one of the hardest exercises to teach my clients was the side lunge. For whatever reason, it's a very challenging exercise showing people lateral type movements if this is something they're not used to. Hence, the Spot Mat coming into play to assist any fitness professional trying to teach their client this type of movement. So basically, I'm starting myself here. Again, heels lined up on the middle white line behind me. My right foot is starting in the orange. My left foot is starting in the light green. I'm going to start my positioning, reaching for the light green on the far side, stepping out with the left foot, maintaining the heel on that white line, shifting my weight now to the side, keeping my chest up, torso up, putting more weight on this left side, sinking into that heel, and stepping back to the light green. Now, again, to show progress or someone's range of motion, they might reach more towards the dark green or maybe more towards the yellow. So I'm going to shoot for the yellow on this time, out here to the side, sinking in and coming back to the light green. Again, if you have taller clients, shorter clients, you can adjust to whatever needs you need. If I want to start on the red, maybe my left foot will be in the yellow. If it's someone shorter, maybe their right foot is in the light green and they're reaching out towards the light green. There's lots of variation with this mat, enabling you to meet the needs of any client that you're working with. For this exercise, I'm going to be showing the push-up using the mat for hand positioning, utilizing the colors for different spatial reference. Here, I'm going to be starting with the purple. Coming forward, elbows out. Let's say I want more of a tricep push-up, maybe I'm more in the red, elbows back, pressing up. Let's say I want a wider push-up, I can go to the light blue, wide, and up. Again, based on the proportions that you see with your client, their needs may be a little bit wider, a little bit shorter. That's where the colors come into play, that you can affect that, note that, and as they also gain strength, maybe they're trying for different ranges, getting a little bit further away, maybe someone needs a little bit more support, getting a little bit closer, different types of needs to engage the strength around the shoulder, chest, etc. For an exercise for speed, power, agility, I'll be showing you how to use the skater, the exercise of skater, with the spot mat. Similar to starting with the side lunge, my right foot here starting on the orange, left foot here first on the light green. I'm standing back here and I'm going to reach for the yellow on the far side, hopping, and then I'm going to go back to the orange. Now if I want to reach a little farther, I'm going to go for the orange here, find that balance, and go to the orange. Yellow, yellow, orange, orange, red, back to orange, and yellow. As you can see, by also enabling color coding within the movement, I'm causing a little bit more reaction time. So for example, if I'm working with sports, different athletes, I want them to have that quick reaction time. So as far as calling out colors while they're doing the movement, they're having to engage not only their physical ability, but also their mental ability to understand quick reaction of the movement. So going back to mentioning that the quadrants can also enable you to have essentially an agility ladder built into the mat, I'm going to show you a quick footwork drill with feet hopping forward and backward in this cross pattern. So I'm starting the first quadrant, the central circle quadrant here. Both feet together, I'm hopping to the right, back to center, forward, back to center, left, back to center, back to center. Now, of course, as you go through this movement with your clients, your players, you want the movement to speed up. So let me demonstrate that for you right now. So quick, trying to reach into each of the quadrants, fully clearing the lines. But the benefit of having the mat is that for some of those other agility ladders we're working with, the lines aren't moving. They're staying exactly as they are. I'm still reaching past them, forward and back, but the mat itself is not going anywhere. Core work can also be done with a spot mat. I'm going to demonstrate here a side plank, one of the variations that we're offering with the spot mat. So I'm using this white line here to line up my body. My left arm, I'm lining up here in the orange. Legs are straight out, coming up into the side plank. While I'm here holding this, I'm touching forward the right foot into the front quadrant and then back to the quadrant behind me, back to center. Forward, center, back, center. One more, forward, center, back, center, and down. The other benefit of the mat is the ability to combine it with other tools you already use in your gym, your facility, dumbbells, bands, suspension trainers, kettlebells, different types of weights, different types of things to use with different exercises that ultimately need positioning for. So, positioning myself here, hands in the yellow, dumbbells starting here, lined up with this white X, feet are back in the red, lined up with the two long white lines. Here, I'm rowing in with the arm. I'm going to replace the dumbbell right where it is. Hand comes outside, reach with the left hand, row in. Now I'm placing it here on this white X as well, reaching forward and alternating. So here I'm engaging the colors when positioning my client so they know exactly where I want that dumbbell placed. with each of these different types of movements. Thanks so much for joining me for this tutorial on the Spot mat. If you have further interest in using the mat in your own work as a trainer, fitness health professional, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can find more information on our website at spotmovement.com or check out our social media at Instagram or Facebook at Spot Movement. Thanks so much.